Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was also now tells Malishka how she was able to snatch her best friend's husband and then made her best friend become crippled, paralyzed. So she tells Malishka that Malishka can also do the same to Lakshmi to snatch Rishi from her. So let's continue from there. Balvinda is in the auto and he thinks of how Malishka's friend would help her. He thinks if Malishka will stop her work, and if she does this, then it will be a problem for him because he will not be able to get money from Malishka again. Lakshmi is talking to Priyanka and Rishi messages Mrs. Amira's secretary. Malishka wanted to embarrass Lakshmi, so she asked Lakshmi to introduce her to Priyanka. Lakshmi tells Priyanka that she is Malishka, Rishi's best friend, and Sonal is Rishi's childhood friend. Priyanka says to Lakshmi that you have good bonding with your husband's friends, and Lakshmi says that Rishi is so good that he never let any doubt come in my mind. Priyanka asks Lakshmi if Rishi loves her so much. Lakshmi gets shy and says she has work in the kitchen and she goes. Malishka and Sonal sit and ask Priyanka what does she do. Priyanka says she is a tarot reader. Malishka asks her to tell her future. Priyanka shows the cards. Malishka chooses one card and Priyanka says to Malishka that you are in deep love with someone and you will marry your dream boy soon, and Malishka is happy. Later, Malishka asks Sonal. Sonal says I will get you married to Rishi because your destiny brought me here to get you and Rishi's marriage done. Ayush shows the presentation to Mrs. Amira's secretary and he likes the presentation. Ayush thanks Rishi for helping him and Rishi asks Ayush to work hard and focus. Sonal and Malishka dance in the room. Sonal says her plan is 100% success rate and tells Malishka that Priyanka has given double assurance to them. She says Rishi is in your destiny and not in Lakshmi's destiny. She says you will get your Rishi, just wait and watch, and all your dreams will be fulfilled. Sonal asks Rishi to introduce them to everyone. Rishi introduced them. They sit to have food. Ayush calls Virendra as uncle. Mrs. Amira asks Virendra if Ayush is not your son. Virendra says Ayush is my sister Karishma's son, but he is first than Rishi. Ayush says sorry man. Rishi says first from down or above. Virendra says from down because you are small. Kiran comes to the Obrey's house and apologizes to Neelam for accusing Lakshmi of kidnapping her daughter. Neelam asks Kiran not to apologize and says it is a small thing and she insults Lakshmi. Kiran thinks that Neelam is still on Malishka's side and she thinks that Malishka should not do anything wrong now. Neelam introduced Kiran to everyone. Malishka drops spoon to make Lakshmi fall down. Sonia asks, what are you thinking? Malishka says you will know. Sonia asks Malishka to ignore small things and focus on the big game which they are going to play. Malishka says we will do warm up before the big game. She says Lakshmi will come and she will step on the spoon and she will fall down and all the food will be wasted. Sona's boyfriend, who might be a goon, thinks that where did she go to? He says she asked me to call her and now the call is not connecting. He says God knows what she wants me to do for her this time. Malishka and Sonal sees Lakshmi coming. Lakshmi goes without stepping on the spoon. Mukesh comes there holding the food bowl and he slips and the food falls down. Mukesh apologized to Lakshmi for wasting her effort by throwing the food away mistakenly. Lakshmi asks if Mukesh is fine and says the food can be made again. She finds the spoon on the floor and she asks Malishka if she did not see the spoon there. Malishka asks her to blame her that she made Mukesh fall down intentionally and Lakshmi says I did not say this. Kiran says to Lakshmi that you are saying that Malishka dropped the spoon intentionally to insult Malishka. Lakshmi apologized to Malishka. Sonal's boyfriend is shown exercising and he calls her again. Sonal tells Malishka that Shaitan's call is coming. Malishka asks that who is he? Sonal says Ashish and she goes to attend to the call. Ashish flirts with Sonal and asks that what work does she want him to do. Sonal says your cheesy lines and says if my work is done, then I will give you party. Ashish says do you want to murder someone? But you don't do murder. He asks if she wants him to make someone a lively dead body. Sonal says yes and Ashish says your work will be done. Shalu thinks that Ayush did not even call her once and she burns the dress that she is ironing mistakenly. Bani asks what happened. Shalu says nothing. Bani says Ayush's message came. Shalu gets happy. She says Ayush did not even call her once. Bani says Ayush should have called you once. Shalu says Ayush should be busy. Barney asks if such Ayush will work for you. Shalu says yes and she runs behind Barney for teasing her. Karishma tells Neelam that she would order for food and their hotel chef will bring the food because the food that Lakshmi made is thrown away. Lakshmi asks that why do you want to call the hotel chef when the house chef is here? Karishma says how can another food be made so fast? And Malishka says exactly. Lakshmi brings another food. Neelam asks that what did you bring? Lakshmi says curry and it looks good and everyone get happy to see the food. Mrs. Amira says I was about to ask Lakshmi to make curry. Ayush says it is good that the other food fell down and he tells Malishka that it is good and Malishka gets angry. Rishi asks Lakshmi to sit and says they will eat the food. Everyone eats and likes the food and Mrs. Amira says to Lakshmi that you are really God's Lakshmi. Rohan says I wish I could have married Lakshmi. He says I just wished and he says that Rishi is lucky to have Lakshmi as his wife. Rishi says Lakshmi always says that she is lucky to have me, but I am more lucky to have such a wife like Lakshmi. Rohan says I love you to Priyanka and he asks Lakshmi that how many times did Rishi confess his love to her. Ayush asks Lakshmi to talk. Rohan asks Lakshmi that how many times has Rishi said I love you to her. Ayush thinks that Rohan is doing the right thing the right way and he asks Rohan to ask Rishi to say I love you to Lakshmi. Priyanka asks Rohan to stop disturbing everyone and she asks him to open his mouth only to have food and Malishka gets angry as everyone is talking about Lakshmi and Rishi. All the guests have pan after eating dinner and they thank Grandma. Grandma says it was not my idea. Mrs. Amira says it is Lakshmi's idea and she appreciates Lakshmi. Mrs. Amira tells Neelam that she is lucky to have such a wonderful daughter-in-law like Lakshmi. Karishma tells Neelam that they don't know that Lakshmi is inauspicious. Neelam tells them that they are lucky to have Priyanka as their daughter-in-law and she tells Rohan that she is sure that Priyanka is auspicious for him. Later, Neelam and Virendra dance as Ayush plays music. Mrs. Amira's sister and her husband also dance. Priyanka checks Lakshmi's tarot card and she gets shocked. Lakshmi asks Priyanka if the card is not good. Priyanka says she got only one answer and Lakshmi asks that what is in her fate. Sonal tells Malishka that she wants to see her dancing with Rishi. Malishka asks how. Sonal asks her to bring Rishi to the dance floor. Karishma tells Virendra that they both are fabulous. Malishka and Sonal started dancing with each other. Sonal holds Rishi's hand and takes him to dance with Malishka and Lakshmi is shocked. Malishka dances with Rishi and Neelam smiles happily. Priyanka tells Lakshmi that her card are telling her that some big trouble is going to come on her way very soon and Lakshmi is shocked. Rishi and Malishka continues to dance. Karishma says their bond is good because they are made for each other and their marriage should be done at the earliest. Karishma sees Grandma standing beside her and she says, I thought Neelam is standing with me. Grandma says that Rishi and Lakshmi's bond are made because of destiny and God has made their bond and nobody can take Lakshmi's place because their bond is perfect. Rishi lifts Malishka while dancing and Grandma goes to Lakshmi and asks her to dance with Rishi and says you have the only right on him. Lakshmi goes to the dance floor and she is about to fall but Rishi holds her. Ayush says my brother. He signals to Mukesh to play the romantic song and Rishi and Lakshmi dance on the song. Sona asks Malishka to relax and says let Lakshmi be happy for some time. Then Lakshmi has just tears in her destiny because good things is surely written in your cards. Rishi asks Lakshmi what happened to her. Lakshmi says she is feeling tired. Rishi says you would have said that and says we should sit. Lakshmi says you want to dance so we will dance. Rishi asks that what about your tiredness? Lakshmi says my tiredness is gone seeing your smile. Rishi says okay, I will smile free of cost and he smiles. Grandma smiles seeing Rishi and Lakshmi happily dancing together and Malishka is upset. Grandma sent Priyanka and Rohan to dance too and they dance as well. Rishi asks Lakshmi to tell him what is the matter and he asks her to talk. Lakshmi thinks that I don't know what the trouble is in my destiny and she gets worried. Sonal says to Malishka that Lakshmi has just few days or few hours and after that she will be out of Rishi's life. Rishi and Lakshmi finish dancing and Ayush clap. Grandma compliments their dance and Virendra says you both are made for each other and Grandma blesses their bond. Mrs. Amira tells everyone that today is a beautiful day and she will never forget this day. She thanked Virendra and everyone, and especially Lakshmi, for making her day. She says that she is touched by Lakshmi's gesture and says, "You made me meet my family. I never spent this much time with them." And she asks Lakshmi to ask for whatever she wants. Lakshmi says to Mrs. Amira that she wants her blessings, and Mrs. Amira blesses Lakshmi and says that her bond with Rishi and her family will never break. Kiran tells Sonal and Malishka to come and says that she will talk to them. Lakshmi thanks Mrs. Amira and asks her to come and stay there with them next time. Mrs. Amira says that she got a family here and she asks her employee if their work is done, and the employee says yes. Kiran asks Sonal and Malishka what they were doing. She says because of them, Lakshmi and Rishi were dancing together. She asks if she should hope for something from them. Sonal asks Kiran to give her some time, and she assures her that Malishka will soon get married to Rishi. Priyanka asks Lakshmi if she should talk to her family about the trouble she found in her destiny, but Lakshmi stops her and says that everyone will be worried. Sonal is hiding there listening to their conversation, and she smiles. Virendra tells Neelam that Lakshmi makes even stranger as her own family. He says Mrs. Amira was right, that Lakshmi is auspicious. Neelam says you don't trust me, but you trust that girl. She says you feel proud, and that is why that girl always tried to be great. Neelam says to Virendra that Lakshmi might be happy that everyone is giving her the certificate to be great, but I will not do that. Virendra says you never acknowledged Lakshmi's gesture, and Neelam says that Lakshmi is nothing but a cause for the family, and you will soon see it. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I know I'm far behind, but I'm trying to push hard and move forward. Thanks for watching. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.